Welcome back to the channel everyone. So in our previous video we have discussed about method overriding, and our today's video topic is dynamic method dispatch, and this topic is linked with method overriding. Okay, so let's begin. First of all, using method overriding we can achieve runtime polymorphism. Okay, and dynamic method dispatch is the mechanism that decides which overridden method will be called at runtime, and because it is decided at runtime we can achieve the runtime polymorphism. Okay, and here this is the main point. Here we use the reference of subclass and object of superclass. You have to remember this point. We use reference of superclass and object of subclass. Okay, and based on the object being referred it will decide which method will be called. So let's see the syntax now. So as you can see here, we have used reference variable of superclass here. Okay, so we have to write the name of superclass here, then reference variable name, you can provide any name here, equals to new and subclass object. Okay, we are providing this object in reference variable. So it decides, this object will decide which overridden method will be called. Okay, so let me show you an example now. So this is the example of our previous video of method overriding. So we continue with this example. So as you can see, I have one class x here, and x class have one method which whose name is so, and it simply prints x class. Okay, and we have another class here which is y class, and y class is a subclass of x class because it extends x class. Okay, and y class also contains one method which is so, which is same as the x class method, and it just print y class here. Okay, so we have two classes and two methods, and here one subclass and superclass. Okay, and we have another class which contains the main method. So now if I want to call these method, okay, if I want to call this show method of x class, what I have to do, I have to create simply object of x class, right? So let's say x reference equals to new x, I created the object, and now I just have to call that method. So if I call this method, okay, so if I call that method, let's see what is the output. So as you can see, it perfectly calls this method x class. Okay, so now if I want to print this y class on the display, or okay, you can say if I want to call this show method of y class, what I have to do, I have to create a object of y class here, right? So here if I write ref for reference equals to new, this is the reference variable and this is the object. Okay, so y reference equals to new reference and reference dot. So let me run this program now, and as you can see it calls this show method of y class. Okay, now if I say I want to create the reference of superclass, which is x in our case, so here I create reference variable of superclass x and object of subclass y, right? And now if I run the program, what will be the output? So as you can see here, it will call the method of subclass. Why? Because as you can see here, we have created object of y class here, not x class. Okay, it doesn't matter which reference variable you have used, but the only thing matters is which object you have provided in reference variable. Okay, or this reference variable referred to which object. So here our object is y, that's why it is calling the this y class show method. Now if I create one more class here, so let's create one more class z, and this class also extends our superclass x. Okay, and now if I want this same method in this z class, then copy paste, and then if I write z class here. Okay, so now we have three classes, two subclass and one superclass, right? So z class also contains the same method show here, and it will print z class. Now how can I call this method? So what I have to do, simply we have reference variable also of x class, right? So I can use the same variable here. So if I use the same variable, what I have to do, reference equals to, and now I have to create the object, so new z. Okay, so as you can see here, I have used same reference variable here, but I have provided different object in reference variable. Okay, so here now if I call the method dot show, and now if I run the program, so as you can see it calls two methods, right? Because first we have created the reference variable of x, which is superclass, equals to new y, so our object is y, and then reference dot show means this function will call y class method. Okay, this function calls y class method, and here as you can see we have used the same reference variable of x class, which is our super class, equals to new z here. Now here we have provided z class object, or here we have created z class object. That's why this method is z class method. Okay, so that's how dynamic method dispatching works. The only thing you have to remember is it doesn't matter which reference variable you are using, but the only thing matters is which object you are referred to. Okay, here we refer to y object, that's why y method called, and here we refer to z object, that's why z class method is gets called. Okay, and the one important thing is you have to use the concept of inheritance here, because we are using the method overriding here. Okay, so that is all about dynamic method dispatching. So if you have any doubts, you can ask me in the comment section below, and if you do like the video, please hit the like button and please subscribe to our channel. Thank you.